PSY-POD. PSY-POD.
The camera's on?
Ja.
Is it?
It's red, ja.
Blik bij de luisteren, gaat het een beetje.
Blik.
Okay, we're back at it again with another one. And what is it? This is number 25 more. And this is the first time you're watching this. This is the PSY-POD. This is the podcast about people in Bhutan and me randomly interviewing people I meet in Mojo Park. And this is Junor. It's uploaded on Junor. Please subscribe. And today we don't have Kinle. The recent comments on Instagram and YouTube have gotten the better of him, so he's taking some time to reflect, and he's taking some time. And so today we're here with the cow god himself, Norla. So usually I tell Kinle to do the introduction of the guest. So today Norla is Shibana.
So today we're here with Mr. Lhaksam. He's a artist, so he does some sketches and he has an interesting life story. So if you'd like to introduce yourself formally.
Oh yeah?
He just introduced formally.
How do I do this? Hi guys, my name is Lhaksam. I'm an artist and I basically do art. That's it.
No.
Yeah.
Do you sell your art?
I do.
No.
I do, yeah.
Like to people like what do you call it, like canvases, or do you do digital art?
No, I do it on canvas.
So
I basically I don't paint, but I do sketches. So I'll do it with color pencils and yeah.
And how long have you been doing that? Professionalism, Jibe?
Oh, professionally, it's been only 2 years.
And
But
how?
I've been sketching since I was like 5.
5 years. So it's been your interest.
Yeah, always, man.
Your main interest.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
I'm wondering, like, how do artists, price their paintings? Like, is it based on the time you spent on it, or?
They're like different methods. I use like size and like what kind of style they want. So if it's like done with paint, I don't really paint, but then if they want me to paint, I'll paint it and like.
Okay.
Price in the paint ki materials ki and then how much time it takes and what kind of style it is.
So usually, what is your ranges from your price point?
For A4 size, like small, this much size,
A4,
it'd be cost around like 5,000, really cheap.
5,000.
Yeah.
Okay, pretty good. No, and how high can it go up?
It can go till like 1,50,000.
And that's you've
It's
done
really big.
big ass painting.
Yeah, if it's going to be really big.
And you've done stuff like that.
Yeah, I did for I worked it fast, so I did it for the airport. Airport.
Yeah, you went to the airport.
Yeah.
So you're part of VAST. You
Yeah.
did that. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I was volunteering, and then like, they said like if you could do one, then I said yeah.
Oh,
Of course, I would love to help. So I did one there, and I did one again recently for Brussels. There's going to be an art exhibition, Bhutan in Brussels, so I did one for that recently. It's done. It's like I don't think like from what I know, I don't think people really like use color pencils to like sketch on like big canvases in Bhutan.
Okay.
So that's I think it's the first which I've done.
So that's your MO.
Yeah, it's
No.
kind of
Trademark.
yeah.
So like, when you're drawing, what is the most difficult thing to draw? Because when I started drawing,
I think it's eyes.
hands were very difficult for
Eyes,
me.
woman. Eyes or hands.
I would say hands, man.
Hands and
yeah.
hands.
Because like eyes, like when we sketch like a face, there's always an eyes. So face leading but we never like go full body and anatomy.
Proportion is
and then the proportion, man. Damn, the proportion gets you.
Okay. So are you self-taught or did you go to like classes to learn?
No, I'm self-taught.
You're self-taught.
Yeah,
Self-taught.
Yeah.
So pre-YouTube self-taught or post-YouTube self-taught? There's a difference, no? How you learn?
Yeah.
I think you went to VAST, right? You learned at
No.
VAST, or just went
It's like
to...
really funny story. I went to VAST when I was like when I was 13, I think. And I went there to learn art, but everybody was so busy. So I just went there for a week and then I quit, man. Because nobody was teaching me anything.
I also stayed there for like a week.
Yeah.
Nice, easy. Oh, even me, I was there for like a week.
Yeah, it happens. I think it
But
happens.
they never like give me shit, no. So I was like,
When you couldn't go to mess, like, I was
But
small.
I'm
I
not
was
saying
very young. I was like 6 years old.
I was small. They used to put us in groups of
Yeah,
Unchi,
they do that.
Busni, Alidus, the the teacher said that you have to select a name. Then once you select the name, you have to keep it for a year. Let's say.
Which
So
is
you represent the group gaming.
yeah.
Then that's busni day with it. Boom days.
Okay.
Rama tups group gaming Wings Club shagilas.
Wings Club.
Oh, damn.
Ni Rama tu my teacher na jo Wings Club los na system dia na. Then na
Throwback.
ni na apal lap next time. Vast jo.
Oh, because of the name, bro.
Because of the
Yeah,
name.
because of the Wings Club. Oh, but
But Wings Club girl, my pet peeve.
You like Wings Club? What the?
Wings Club.
They were superheroes now.
Yeah.
No, they were like fairies, bro.
They were like fairies, yeah.
Sky High's in my school chain na pang.
But they all look like any kawaii, no, like
Oh yeah.
They were.
But then I don't have like anything against Vast though.
Hmm?
They were too busy like doing their own like stuff, and Aja was really busy, so everybody was like engaged in their own stuff. So I kind of felt like I went there to like learn art, and like everybody was busy, so then also I had to go back to India. So yeah.
So what are your drawing techniques? Like you sketch, charcoal, shading?
Oh yeah, I like I don't know why I like doing like black and white like on charcoal. I like using pencils, but colors also I'm not really a big fan.
Realism?
Yeah, I try to do it. Yeah,
Oh.
although I'm not really good at it right now.
Let's see. Actually, we didn't check out your work. You have IG.
Oh yeah, I have like Vidya Bhutan Art Save. That's my like
That's
Art
your
page.
page.
art page. Yeah,
What the VI?
D Y A
Yeah.
Bhutan, and yeah,
You
that.
put down art. Okay, this will be in the description. I'll add it in there. Oh shit, man! That's like.
Yeah, this is for the
Oh,
bristles.
cool.
This is done with color pencils.
Okay.
It's really big.
I'll add that in the,
I'll tell you what
I'll add it here so that
to-
the viewers can get an idea of what we're looking at.
This is which
It's Vajra. It's Banzar Kilia.
ah
So you know Dorjisan?
yep.
Yeah, his rattle form. This is his
Ah,
rattle
okay.
form.
So what do you call this type? What? I mean, there's some categories on it. So what do you define these as?
I would say like I don't know how they define it, but
What
then
do you
I would say
define
like pen style.
Like,
Because it's like anything to do with pencil.
do you think Buddhist arts fall into surrealism? Like
Realism.
Oh.
I think like people like these days nowadays like really go into it.
Yeah.
Like yeah, traditional. They like try to like isn't it merge like
Right.
modern type like style and like.
I'm into
tradition.
Bhutanese art. Like
Me.
I really like the symmetry of Bhutanese
Oh,
art.
yeah.
The Tankas, yeah.
Oh, the tankas.
Yeah,
the
man.
painting.
There's always like any.
Uh,
There's always like ticks. What do you call ticks? Like measurements.
Oh, oh.
They don't want it.
mm,
So that's why there's like.
Symmetrical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
symmetrical.
Yeah,
Yeah,
symmetrical.
okay. I think in Zurich soon they did.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah. Mm.
In
I
fact,
had one friend who was into art. She actually went there and took a course in Zurich soon.
Oh, yeah?
To learn how to like draw like them.
Mm.
Because it's really skilled there. There's one guy I think who has no arms. He's he does wood carvings no
Mm.
of statues. Who's on what? They did a GoFundMe I think in America to come for him to have an art show in America. And they did that. It's a good crazy story.
a beautiful thought is every house in Bhutan is we treat it as a canvas because we have to paint it outside. No?
With dicks.
So it's a
With the dicks.
yeah, dick. Nunta, Garuda. What do they paint? Do you know Ani? The Zumbichim, there's like a Garuda who's holding with a snake.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like Ani, do you know the lore about that?
Which one?
It's like, if I remember, I'm not sure, but vague and something. Like it's called Kriti Mukta or something.
Mm.
So it's a really a dosisity like it consumed itself so, because of the greed it had. It consumed itself, so it almost zabe Quran about it you know what that.
Mm.
So it's like it symbolizes greed.
Okay. So the penis is for karammo. Imo. Imena. Karam gidini.
Yeah, I think so.
So for foreign viewers, how do you explain karam? Bad juju.
Bad gossips.
Bad juju, the bad
Yeah,
juju.
bad
Bad juju. Imo. Okay. So the Gyeltshen represents what? Protection from bad people.
The Jachu, I think he protects him now.
Massive.
Like from the Nagas,
Okay.
the realm of the
From the
Nagas.
Nagas.
He's holding a snake,
yeah.
but then
What about the lion?
and they doesn't.
Wish we had some expert on thing here. Bhutanese traditional
Yeah.
house paintings. Okay. Oh, but it's a good segue. Nola wanted to open the jalebi. We just bought jalebi today. There's no gimmick. We won't make the guests eat jalebi while they're asking questions, but Nola wants to open it and do some ASMR.
You know.
shit, man. Yeah, give me.
It's
Jalebi, baby. No copyright. That song, no, it was an Indian song, I think. And then
Jalebi.
and Jason Derulo did a remix. And,
Oh yeah.
And then that song became popular. It came on things in Miss Marvel, the show now, when the hot guy comes and she have the background. Jalebi, baby.
Miss Marvels.
Miss Marvel. It's a
a
TV.
new TV show.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Not the Marvelous Miss Maisel's Marvel. Sounds similar to that show. Marvelous Miss Maisel's even a show. Sure. There's one show about a stand-up comedian in the 50s boom. But then that's going away from the point. What are we going to talk about? I was going to ask something. Oh yeah, yesterday I was going to ask you about that white patch of hair you have in your head.
Oh yeah, this one.
It's natural more.
Yeah.
So how is that? It's like Jay Leno, you know Jay Leno shit. Jay Leno name.
Reed Richardson Thomas.
You may Reed Richardson. You're right.
Oh.
Did you get mutant?
It's not on the.
Did you get mutant powers or?
Audition for Fantastic Beasts. I mean, Fantastic Four stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Any significant
Very small.
reason? You don't know.
No, I think it's genetic because like my grandma has it.
But it's only a specific spot more.
Yeah. But my grandmother has it. But it's so weird. My mother doesn't have it. And my grandfather, I think he has it as well. Yeah.
That's pretty good, huh?
Yeah, it's really nice. It's fresh.
Yeah, it's made to the
Yeah.
I told you that.
Just before 5
Let me see any women.
Mushy.
Yeah, mushy. That
This
I
is
don't
the best.
Yeah, this is mushy.
Yeah, that's nice.
It's really nice.
Okay.
It's really nice.
Prior to meeting you, Jaman told me that you had an interesting story about you being a Tulku.
Yeah.
So, how did that come about? Were you like, what do you call that? Discovery process in one.
Yep.
So how old were you when that happened?
I think I was 5 years old. No, I was 3.
No.
I don't really remember that. That's what my mother says. Like, I was 3 and Dubang Pedro mission. There's I would say it was a blessing. So yeah, he sent this guy to get me from the house. Yeah, from my family, and then at that time I was too small that my my grandfather didn't want me to go. So
But how do you know that you are in this house and it's yours?
that's still a mystery for me.
No. They didn't do that kind of process when we were like, they put some things and then they say let you decide.
I don't know. I can't remember honestly. Yeah, I was too small.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then they confirmed, okay, you're
And then there was, I mean, what do you call that, man? Bao. They do that, right? And then he came along, like my father, like at that time, he untitled Kamalu. So he like, I mean, I don't know if it's the right word, but Bao, that the guy who performs like called yeah. Then he came and then suddenly he was looking for me. I don't know. Then like I was playing outside.
Okay.
Then he just ran up to me and just like gave me a khada and said like, you'll soon be like recognized. You'll soon be recognized, and that's about it, man. And after like 3 days, that alum came from Mysore to Tensale. So then that's about it, man.
So where were you when this happened? You're living in Thimphu?
Yeah, I was here.
Yeah. Living in Thimphu and this
Yeah.
happened there. So then what, they took you? Or were you raised by ninjas or something like that?
I thought I told you not to talk about that.
So what happened next?
Huh?
So what happened?
And then my grandfather thought I was too little to like
Go
travel
there.
and stuff, so he told Rumiche to like give them like about
Couple of months or
like couple of years.
couple of years, yeah.
And then I ended up staying in Thimphu for 10 years. A couple of years.
So 13 years old more. So were you like learning like religious studies or anything?
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
how did that go about? You go to another school, and what? They will teach
Yeah.
you.
I went to Sikkim actually. When I was 10.
When you're 10.
Yeah, when I was 10, I would go there frequently, like on a school vacation, winter holidays. I would go there, and then I would stay with the Goedra Bew Ein. He'd like there was also Tulku, what's his name? So he would like, he's my teacher basically. Like all the basics. He taught me all the basics.
Okay.
And I never did it.
So what do you learn from Kutch too?
Oh, all the practices, man.
Like give us a little taste of someone.
Alright. It's basically to like know your emotions.
Oh.
So yeah, what emotion it is and what kind of consequences. What consequences do you have? You know, like if you follow this kind of emotions, what consequences will there be?
Okay.
Something like that, and like about like how you could.
You should also interrupt. There's a little orange in your teeth, man. You gotta get that.
Oh yeah.
Mm. Yeah, you like it, because otherwise the viewers will
Yeah.
say some shit, man.
Man, look at this. Yeah.
Okay, anyways, so people like what do you mean like, huh?
Yeah.
So you'll be like what, like, okay, like I follow anger and I just follow this and that.
Yeah,
Like,
but
this,
then,
this
like,
happens, yeah.
Yeah, but then it's like so interesting because Buddhism is not like Anzumi is like
Mm.
and then you get to a higher level and they say like, oh, this is like so basic, you know, like what you've learned like about emptiness and all is so basic, you know, like tantric. There's a practice called tantric where it's like Sangha, and not like Sangha. So where they talk about like emptiness and all are so basic, you know, and like where they talk about like, I don't know if you guys would believe, but then it's all about the mind and stuff, you know, when everything you see is about the mind and like Machigara Hadal Hamoi and like that.
Okay, all that
yeah.
stuff, okay.
So basically everybody's the same, you know?
Okay.
There's no like ups and downs.
Okay.
But then in the lower practices, the Annadi, like there's like Buddha, there is like disciples, and Tantric, whereas in Tantric everybody's the same.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's different levels. So
perception more.
yeah, and so but if you don't practice it, it doesn't mean shit, man. It doesn't mean shit.
Oh, you practice it.
You have to practice it now.
So do you still practice it?
I do.
No.
I do.
So how does you practice it? Like every day?
Yeah.
You know. So how does it in the process? You wake up in the morning, start doing something. Or?
Yeah.
No.
I wake up around 12 in the noon when I'm not too drunk.
12 in noon?
Yes.
Yeah. I wake up in the afternoon. Sorry.
Afternoon. So
Like
I like to afternoon if I'm not like hungover.
Like when I met him, I didn't know. We were drunk. Chapsits in the load up.
Yeah, I was like really drunk, bro. Oh my
30
shit.
minutes in religion ko like full load up then. I
Chaps
didn't
are
know.
Yeah.
When was this? Yesterday?
No.
There's a couple of
Couple of months back.
Couple of months
Yeah.
back.
So you first time you met, yeah?
Yeah.
Hi bro, yeah, let's talk about religion.
Yeah.
Oh, let's go, come on, inside the toilet, come
What
on.
was the Chaps on the show?
This seems right.
This place is right there.
So it's uncool up there. So what kind of practice? So every day you try to do like noon relationship and you start
No,
practice that.
it's supposed to be in the, like, you can basically practice it anytime.
No.
But like mostly people like do it in the morning.
No.
So if I'm not hungover, so I do it somewhere. If I'm not hungover, I'll do it at 5 in the morning. But
Yeah.
if I'm hungover, if I have like too much drink, I'll do it in the afternoon.
And
Maybe in the night.
so how long does it take this practice?
This practice takes 2 hours.
No.
Yeah.
And what do you do in this 2 hours? Read Pecha?
Yeah, I meditate. I read, I meditate at the same time. So there's like, it's a guide where there's a picture in front of you and it's guiding you to what to like visualize and like what to think about.
Okay.
So I read it and then meditate on it and then like, wow.
Any pictures you recommend? Like
I'll say Munro, man.
Montreux?
Munro is the best. I think like most, and also like the way of the Bodhisattva. Have you?
I heard about
I'm
it.
very,
Yeah,
very
yeah.
I only remember 2 lines from a prayer which my father he printed out. Just 2 lines.
Was it Junor?
Dujun
Yeah, it's Junor Miche's one.
It says,
Oh, he's.
Rangi Thorjingelo, Shenkin Tade Meperjingelo. Just means bless us to see our own faults and bless us to have no desire to examine the faults of others.
Damn, man, that's like deep shit. Huh?
Good.
It's
that,
getting a long way, man. It's just 2 lines.
Somebody clip this. Listen. So Pecha Chitta, meditate every day.
Yeah.
It's the same Pecha?
It's the same picture, yeah.
Yeah.
But then it's like.
Doesn't it get a little repetitive then after a couple of,
Yeah.
sometimes you'll memorize the whole thing which is your
Yeah, you don't have to, after a while, you don't have to even look at the picture. But then I still look at the picture because sometimes I might like make mistakes.
Okay.
Just to be sure.
So what is written? It's just guiding you to what do you need to think about it.
Visualize.
Visualize it.
It starts with Chabdru taking the vow, and then it starts with like bodhisattva mindset,
Okay.
and then it goes to like like visualizing emptiness, and like then it goes to like realizing our own like self, our mind. What like Buddhists believe is that our mind is like clouded, like clouded emotions, like negative emotions and stuff like that. That's why you can't really realize, you can't really see yourself as who you really are.
Okay.
So I think like that's what the pictures are trying to do, like to make you understand and really realize who you really are.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
That's our belief.
So who are you?
I'm Superman.
So would you have liked to have visited Nalanda University in the past, if you had
In the,
time?
in the past?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, man. I've been there actually.
But it's already reworking there
Huh?
after it
Well,
was-
fill us in. What is this university in?
it was a university for Buddhist
Yeah,
students in India.
I think it's the
ancient
first-
India.
In
First
First
university
university.
in the world, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
Uh,
There was
the first
it was burned
university.
down by invaders,
University.
and they were
when was this?
600-700 years ago. I don't know.
Hey, hundreds of years ago.
Yeah. It was a place where all Buddhists came, like Tibet was split German.
Like what's the word? Mecca's where?
It was they had built a village on top of it.
Mecca Shekau, you know what Mecca
Because,
is?
I
Huh?
remember like how do you say it?
You know when people say the Mecca or something?
Okay, Mecca.
Because the Mecca is actually a place
Yes,
where
okay.
is in Saudi Arabia, a big ass statue where
It's called
millions
Mecca.
of Muslims come.
It's called a Mecca.
It's called the Mecca. That's what they say.
Ah.
This is a Mecca of basketball, a Mecca of phenomena. Because there actually is a Mecca where millions of people come and then they do Qur'an around that for days.
Oh yeah.
No. So I'm zooming.
I've read that in like
And people get trampled. People get
Yeah.
trampled every year. They expect okay, I'm just
So there were a lot of Ante.
The Alchemist at Yamunati. Have you read the book?
I haven't read that.
I've heard of the book but never read it.
That's a really good book, man. You should read.
That's where Ante learned and his scholars used to come like Shanti Deva,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
guy.
Shanti Deva was a scholar, yeah.
Yeah, he went to Nalanda University.
No, I thought it was hotel next to MKTS.
Like cool.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone thought of him to be a lazy anime.
Yeah, his
Like,
name was basically, he was like nicknamed Eat, Sleep,
Yeah,
Yeah.
eat, sleep, go to the bathroom.
yeah, something like that, man. But then he was like,
The students, they didn't like. They thought he was lazy. He was just
Yeah.
lazing around, and they wanted to out him,
Mm.
but they didn't know because he didn't break any rules or more. So they thought like, okay, how about we let him teach much? Then
Yeah.
he'll be embarrassed because he doesn't know anything. Then we'll show
Yeah.
him Labvet. Everyone was called to his teaching. Then he was like, what do you want to know? Something you already know or something you don't want to know? Then he taught like 10 chapters. Like, everyone was amazed by when he started teaching.
Mm.
Like when he reached like the 9th chapter or something, he started levitating this. Then suddenly he went up, and you could only hear his voice.
Mm.
And he started teaching the 10th chapter with only his voice, which meant that he attained parinirvana.
Mm.
So that showed that.
yeah.
That sounds lit.
Even on
Badass.
even when
Must
we
have
were
been
kids, there
badass.
was a story about Nagarjuna.
Mm.
He went to the snake realm,
Yeah.
Nagagi land. He bought a Antemagi scripture about it. He was supposed to. He also went to Nalanda University, and he was skilled in alchemy and some sorts. So, because he found something and he discovered immortality, and there was a king. He served under a king, and Konyan brave heart taiga. Brave heart man, dragon heart or something. Dragon the same
Sean
woman.
Connery,
Gunda king the same then the dragon the same woman. They share one heart man.
Yeah.
Anzumbe, one had to die, see. So otherwise they would be immortal if both of them lived.
Yeah.
And the king was immortal. And
What is this Lord of the Rings story? As Buddhist
He's-
fantasy
What
story.
is it?
How do you know all this? Shikiji Risasbi, you into this shit?
High school and the Atsuri Kitab Lapsi, Buddhist.
Okay.
Charo Atstoy Meba. So we
Okay.
used to discuss.
This is very mythical, fantastical.
spiritual,
More.
yes.
Very. And meaning it's hard for me to comprehend.
Mm.
Like if you tell me good teaching more about yourself and how you used to feel and what you think you are and all this stuff over the mind more, it is more digestible for me. But if you tell me like a guy started
Just
teaching
happens,
something and he started levitating, you know, that looks like everyone was high on some bath salt or something.
But that's what I told him in the bathroom. That like, if
Yeah.
you hear stories like these, and it
Supernatural,
gives you like solace or sanctuary. Who are we to tell them that you're wrong? So
Yeah. No, it's not about Denzelini also. If there has to be like I want absolute truth. No, if it happened, it happened, and I'll leave it. Okay, but I don't want to be like agnostic about it. You know, like Kinley was here. He'll talk all about this shit. He's very agnostic. Club me for religious man, for atheist man, but fuck us agnostic man. I diagnosed him. Kinley, I'm telling you right now, you're agnostic. He's like, I'm not sure if I'm that's agnostic. Because my mother is also very religious. I come from a very religious family also. So I always ask my mother these questions. I say like, if it's supernatural, it's hard for me to digest. So I said, when you talk about things, it makes sense. Like how you told me about your tantric practice. No, that kind of makes sense. Like you visualize, you think about things about your emotions and all this stuff. And still, but if you tell all motherfuckers gonna teach me 10 chapters about then what are you high on? I want to get some of that, man.
Yeah, I'll show you the Ramayana and cartoons,
Yeah, man.
Japanese animation.
Yeah.
In partnership with Japan,
Hey, Japanese is also in now.
Yeah.
That was lit, no?
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, I'm watching it again. I don't care, man. It's so good.
No wonder.
I used to watch
Japanese
it. And do you know who voiced Ram?
Yeah.
Bryan Cranston, Breaking Bad.
What?
Yeah.
How did they get that budget, man? What the fuck? How do you know this, man? Why?
But in
the Lankans have another story about Ravana more. Lankans low. Hero Messi. King Ravana. He's a hero, man.
He's a
Yeah, he's a hero.
Yeah.
I met a Sri Lankan friend and he told me the story of the great Ravan, the great hero and savior of Sri Lanka. So in the Lankans' eyes, he's a hero. But in the Hindus' eyes, Buddha, main Buddha.
Hanuman, the Sun Wukong, they share the same animal.
Is he?
Like they both helped one guy travel. Like
Hanuman the Kalo.
Hanuman is Ram assist film.
Yeah, but he's like what lo? Similar to which?
And the Sun Wukong.
Wukong.
Oh
yeah.
So somehow you can see the relation.
I think there's a lot of inspiration here and there. And at the end of the day, it's just a tale to tell everybody to teach about their propaganda of religions of German.
Mahabharata told them, I want to read it one day. Mahabharata.
Story kachkachiri.
It's between two families there.
Brothers, basically. Five.
I've heard about
Pandavas
this.
versus the Kauravas there.
Religious or what calling
Religious, like, it's between two families for the throne.
Basically, what they do is like they share one wife.
Yeah.
5 brothers share one wife.
And the
And
people.
That's a Tibetan shit, man.
No.
The Tibetans have 5 wives anymore.
No, man, it's like
Hindu.
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 Mahabharata is like Hindus.
It's Hindu.
No, I'm saying Tibetans have like 5 wives.
I don't know. 5 wives?
That's amazing.
Tibetans have 5 wives.
No, like the back in the day, like
Oh yeah,
Back in the
maybe.
day, the guy do
Okay, anyways, Krishna. Okay, so this book I heard very popular, but I never got it
It's
wrong.
the longest epic there. Homer ki epic le dira.
What is
Odyssey.
Homer?
And they Troy you once. Troy you once.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe I think I might be into it because recently there's a guy on YouTube called Oversimplified.
Yeah.
In Chinese, dynasties, God, explain me
Yeah,
dynasty to minister.
Three
I was like, this shit is lit, man.
3 Kingdoms in Korea.
Oh.
Did you want to play Dynasty Warriors?
Oh, si Ghana too.
Did you play
Lubu.
Dynasty Warriors?
Cao Cao.
Yeah, man.
So there was a game called Dynasty Warriors. It was about, I remember all the Chinese dynasties. Because there were so many emperors.
There's 3 kingdoms.
And each emperor kept getting assassinated. And it was everyone tried to collude to get to the throne. It was like Game of Thrones Chinese version.
Oh.
So then
okay.
China was very divided. Then they kept fighting, and then there was all like collusion. They had eunuchs, who used to advise the king, but they had no dicks, and then they used to. Yeah, that's what a eunuch is, no?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Because they're, I think, forced to be celibate with women now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they chop them, they castrate them as a kid.
Yeah.
So when they grow up, they don't have like desires. I think that's what I think. Not sure. So, anyways. These people, they start raising the emperors because their fathers, they die for whatever reason, like at a very young age. So literally a 9-year-old runs the country there. So the eunuchs, like they put their agenda and brainwash them, and then they control the country there basically. And then there's all like between them also this thing like this backstabbing and all. But it's very crazy and very interesting in Chinese Chinese. So I think
Chinese like
similar to
Mahabharata's really good.
Mahabharata's
Like, there's the Mahabharata part, Bhagavad Gita there. It's a chapter from Mahabharata. It's like the 5 brothers, the oldest, the Arjunima there. He's like about to go to war, the final war. The Krishna is his chariot driver.
Krishna, yeah.
Krishna also comes to the war,
He's a chariot driver.
He disguises himself as a chariot driver. He doesn't reveal himself as God. And in Hinduism, they fly over. Then he sees his country, but he was exiled, but then he sees all his teachers, relatives, family. Then he breaks down there.
Okay.
Like, I'm going to war with my family members and my teachers. How can I do that up there? Then Krishna reveals himself as God. Then he talks about duty. So it's, if you remove machigi religion aspect out of it, it talks about machigi ups and downs in lives, what we have to do. So it's a good read.
It's a like big book or?
It's a huge,
Huge
800 verses or something,
800
700 verses. I'm
Translated.
shitting the guest lines.
Shitting gets But so basically, what's the TLDR on thing, Mahabharata? You know what TLDR is?
Yeah, non-store
It's like saying it's a condensed version. So TLDR has
Oh.
too long, didn't read.
Okay.
Hindi movie
That makes sense.
da jinga this jomi.
Huh?
Da chitam jinga this na jomi na.
Oh.
Sometimes 10.
Snake.
Then the lightning there.
And movie chime in South movie, Bulbuli na.
Oh, but yeah.
Bahubali, is it like
Bahubali.
Bahubali? Is it about similar to Mahabharata?
No, I don't think Bahubali is like related to
And Nani, 5 brothers, Bhime, Chota Bhime, na. He was
Bhime,
his own. There's so many. Drona Lame. Drona is like the teacher. Kongi.
Shout out to Drona.
Shout out to Drona.
Oh shit, Drona got his name from a Mahabharata character.
And the 5 brothers, he teacher in
shit, man. No, God, man. Drona's been around, no?
He's been around.
Okay. So interesting, huh? Okay, let's get back to Lhaksam. So this stuff. So then after, okay, now you've been doing practicing like that more.
Yeah.
So after you turned like 13 years old, and then did you like move to India and start studying there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went to India. I've been to like a couple of like places where big monasteries, Tibetan monasteries. Like, yeah, in Dehradun. I've been in Dehradun. Been in Sikkim. I've been in Mysore. I've been in like Shimla.
Okay.
So basically like everywhere.
And, so you went to India with how old were you?
I was 10.
You were 10.
Yeah,
and
10.
you studied in India all this religious studies.
Yeah.
How long?
Studies. For.
Till you were 18?
Yeah, till I was 18. Yeah.
Then you
till I was
decided to like you can do whatever you want.
Yeah. Then I said like I thought like well.
And then
everything's
Namza,
changing.
bald head.
No, I wasn't. Yeah. I think I was like that till I was like 16, 16 or 17. I think.
Okay.
Then I thought like, well, there was a teaching, and I've by Dujum Rinpoche's like son or somebody, I think. And he said like, you don't really have to like, practice is not about like, what you wear, and how you like show yourself. It's about the inside.
Okay.
So then I thought like, yeah, why not, man? I always wanted to sketch. I always wanted to be an artist. So just might as well like do it. You only live once, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So from 16 then you went to regular school? Or?
No, but then I was like, I always like used to read a lot of books, and I'd be homeschooled. So it's like.
So you're studying religious and also being
homeschooled.
Yeah.
Something like that.
So then did you go to college then? Or did you never went to college?
No.
Never went to college.
No, but then I was like.
How old are you right now? Sorry.
I'm 26 right now.
26. She aged a little more. You look younger. I thought you'd be a little younger, but okay.
No,
So
26.
so till like your high school education to say was all in India, and you're doing religious studies and you're doing school at the side. Then you decided to come back to Bhutan, then?
Yeah.
No.
No, not exactly. The pandemic. It was the pandemic. We just like it was really bad in India, so I had to come back.
Okay.
I was here.
But so you were in India most of the time?
Yeah. I was in Bangalore, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was in
Doing
Bangalore.
so studying religious studies. And all
I was
that
like studying religion, and then also like exploring art. Like, there were like a lot of artists in Bangalore, so.
So this was when you studied religious study, you were in the Dzong?
No. I would stay like before I was like, when I was like 10, I used to be in the hakas and temples and stuff.
Okay.
But then after when I was like 17, 18, I think then I would like stay in town.
No.
Yeah, I would stay with my friend.
And you just go and
Yeah.
regular clothes.
Yeah.
No namza.
No. Just do that.
So what do you say about like a common person who doesn't know much, and you say, okay, you're Tulku,
Yeah.
but you're like wearing namza, you're not wearing a namza, you're out drinking.
Yeah.
So How about the misconception of what people think, like the khatama and
Oh yeah, of
mentality.
course, yeah, the mentality.
Mm.
Yeah.
So what is your opinion on that?
Just say fuck off, man.
No.
Just mind your own fucking business.
Yeah.
Just fuck off. Yeah.
But then, so this is like the modern practitioner of Muslim model.
I think it was like
Or like this before?
from way before, like Dubukile. No,
Mm.
he was like
Even trooper.
he was like that.
Suit again.
It's nothing like new.
Mm.
It's just like people when they like say like somebody who practice film industry, they wear robes and stuff.
Mm.
It's not like that.
Okay.
It's never been like
Yeah.
that.
Alright.
Yeah, man.
Okay. Are you going to bring something crazy like in terms of religious, if you have some goals? Like I want to like read this much, I want to go there and practice this much.
Yeah, man. I have like a lot of goals in mind.
What's the interesting thing?
Yeah.
You want to try it?
Yeah.
You want to do for
yeah,
sure?
yeah, sure,
Then,
yeah. But right now, I would like, if I live long, I would, not right now. I would focus more on the small practices, the basics, because some people like jump straightly into like really high practices
Mm.
and like they
Okay.
fuck off the like basics. Yeah,
Mm.
they don't really understand what it is,
Mm.
But for me, I want to go like
Slowly, take your
yeah.
time.
Take my time, man. Take
Mm.
my time, no rush.
Some this big, have you tried?
I've done Mundu.
No.
Yeah.
How long is that?
It's just for 6 months.
6 months. You
Yeah,
stay
6
where in
months.
your home Chesham or something?
No, I stayed in Sikkim that time.
Stay in Sikkim.
Yes.
So you-
I had a friend there.
You're a friend in your it's like a house? Or is it like in the outside, like some
Uh,
wilderness?
It was in a house, but it was also in the wilderness.
So, okay.
Yeah.
And then you
It's
say
just
6
scary.
months practicing, and then how about the food and I think the bathing and all? How does that work?
Oh, well, there was like a cook
Mm.
for us,
Mm.
and she would like cook for us,
Mm.
and she would take care of like our like the golochun. She would take care of, yeah.
So she practiced with the whole day, man.
Whole day, man.
Whole day, for 6
Yeah.
months.
For
Damn.
6 months, bro.
Doesn't it get labor like I don't want to do this as a man?
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Oh, man, they come.
I was on the verge of like giving up, man.
No.
After a month, I was like, oh, shit, what am I doing here?
Which picture Jackson Logo is it the same picture
it's
over and over again?
Yeah, it's like a small picture, but then you do like you repeat it a lot of times,
Yeah.
and then you have to meditate on it. Like you have to understand what it really is like.
So how long is the practice? Like 1 day, man?
And then we take breaks. Like morning, if we start from 5, we'd say we take a break at 8. Then we start and 11 break chi. Then we'll have our lunch, blah blah blah, and then 2 start break, 4 break chi.
Okay.
Then we'll start at 5 and 6 break chi. It's like that.
So after that is your downtime.
Yeah, then it's just
like
like fuck everything.
So what do you do then?
Then I sleep, man.
You sleep the next day.
I just like sleep. I would like watch anime. Sometimes I watch a movie,
Mm.
and then I would also like listen to rap music and just like chill.
Now it's not allowed to
Modern,
make good
modern
as
practice,
rappers
man.
more. How to read prayers more rap.
Yeah, man, for sure.
There are messages that you rappers say.
So do you read the picture out loud when you
Depends, man.
You know.
Yeah, if you're doing a prayer like
Mm.
with like a lot of people,
Mm.
then we would like read it out. But then if it's like just me, I just like send my
Okay.
in your mind, just like.
So like don't like some moments of like when you get moments of like bored or like fuck this or like
Mm.
whatever desires come, I don't want this now.
Mm.
How do you battle with that? Or is it just the motivation? I want to complete this. This is what I wanted to do, so I'm going to do it no matter what.
Oh yeah, I would say it's discipline, man.
Mm.
Yeah,
Very
I would say
disciplined.
it's discipline and not
Self-discipline.
yeah, because usually you like I've got to be honest, like usually people like you get so tired like repeating everything
Mm.
again and again. You get so bored. You just
Yeah.
want to hang out,
Mm.
go somewhere else.
Yeah, I know.
But then you just want to like finish it.
Mm.
You just want like oh no man, you just gotta finish
Yeah,
it. man.
overcome.
Yeah. Then what I tell myself is like okay, it's not for the whole day.
Mm.
It's like I'll stay till 6 and then you have the whole night, man.
Mm.
Do whatever the shit you
Then
want.
you get your
Yeah,
time
then I
to
say, oh yeah,
calm down.
yeah. Then I say, oh yeah.
Then you can go, you can jump back in.
Yeah, amazing.
So once after the whole process is done,
Mm.
how do you feel? What do you think you've gained through that experience?
I think nothing.
Shows our voice.
Yeah, because I think I still need to go. Like, if I really want to feel like
Mm.
I've gained something, I still need to go a lot of steps because
To
like
feel that.
yeah, to feel that like oh wow,
BMS.
oh now I understand something.
Mm.
I did not get that.
You're still not there.
Yeah,
No,
still not
that practice
Yeah.
no more.
I just have the satisfaction of saying like anjide, 6 months chidi day maybe.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say like I'm understanding Tsewang,
Mm.
now I know this. No, I don't think I have that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know the practice of Tumo? No? Tumo, inner heat.
Oh yeah.
Did you see? Yogans the same na.
Yogans.
Tibetans.
Yeah, it's just
They just have a cloth man at the jump. They slap themselves. They jump
Right.
it. Then they can produce inner heat. But
Oh.
they can stay warm.
But it's also like the power of the mind. No, I heard one story. I'm not sure it's true, but one like Mamichi, he got locked outside naked for one punishment. Okay, so when next day in the morning they thought either he'll be having a tough time shivering or like, very badly, no sleep or anything. But he was sweating much. He was very cold also. He was sweating much. So what happened after? I looked at the moon. I just imagined it was the sun and I was burning all night. And so he was sweating. So sometimes I think, what the fuck? That sounds supernatural, but also I think if you really convince yourself, no, that's the sun more. I don't think you'll get cold no matter.
Yeah,
So maybe
I think
something
it's
like
the
that.
mind. I think it has to do everything with the mind. I think. That's what I think.
The mind moves the pen.
Yeah.
Nice.
Let's start moving the pen right now.
Even faith can move mountains. Even the cold.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But they say that, no? Like sometimes like you hear stories like one guy got cancer and then someone says you go around 100, 200 or 2 legs, you
Two
go
legs,
around and
yeah.
you'll be healed. But that's just the cardio maybe helping you.
Placebo I want it, like if you
Huh?
really believe. Like on the experiment you didn't see.
But the
Vsauce,
power of the mind.
you watch Vsauce?
Oh, Vsauce, no.
He did an experiment, like alu 6 in a stalo, a few alus. Chidi, they did the actual treatment. Chidi, they
Placebo.
just put them through a scanner, like you're gonna get healed like that. There was
Placebo.
a kid who could tell each penny guy, but coin no more. They put her through a machine.
And they said you're
It
healed.
did nothing. But they just convinced her you'll
you-
get better. Then a few months they visited her, she stopped scratching them. So it's
I think that's why there's a word for this.
placebo.
Placebo the in but there's a like something affects. Placebo effect is not. Magic.
Effect.
Placebo imo, I think.
Placebo.
Placebo effect.
Kasum Kindig, he's told something about it's quite interesting as
No,
well.
okay.
Huh?
No, it's
The
done.
old postman.
So you watch any movies? Anime? You're into anime? No?
Yeah, but then with me, it's like when I say I watch movies, if I find something that I like, I watch it like over
Again
and
and
over
again.
and over and over.
You're
again.
that
Which
type.
is
Yeah, that's
what is a
over
movie
and
that
over.
you watch over and over?
Green Book, man, still.
The
And
Green Book.
Taxi Driver's Lady.
Green Book means what? Can you give me refresh
The
my
Green
memory?
Mile.
No, the Green Book, bro. The
Yeah.
Oscar. It won the Oscar.
Which one? The Soylent Green is red.
Oh,
No,
is it?
man, they go on the like
Yeah.
on the. There's a performer. He's a pianist.
Mm.
Then
The Green Book. Let me Google it.
Yeah, just Google it, man.
I think I've heard about it because I consider myself a cinephile, but I've never heard of this.
Oh, yeah, nice ratings. Huh?
Yeah, it's really good, man. I've watched it.
I've seen it.
Yeah, no.
It's very good.
Yeah.
Hey!
Based on a true story.
It's a new
It's a true
movie.
story.
It's a new movie. It's like a newish movie.
Yeah, it's a new
Was it based on a book or something?
No, it was based on like true events.
But isn't it like pandering to that white man saves black man from racism?
No, man, it's not like that. It's like it's about like friendship, bro.
Racism.
It's about like this Italian guy
Okay.
driving the black guy around America at that time.
It's the road trip.
77%.
Oh, so it's
Okay, I'll check it out for sure.
racist.
Yeah, when there was like still racism going around, like like about black people and white
Yeah,
people and
that's
stuff.
why I feel like it's a story. It's a version of a story which has always been told. No, but like,
But
I'll
then
check
it's
it out.
really good, man.
I'll check it
He's
out.
a musician,
Mm,
and then he plays the music really well, like the piano.
okay.
And then this Italian guy, like he also is a racist. So he was a racist before. Then
Then he learns not to
slowly,
be racist.
yeah, no, slowly they become really good friends.
Blade cures racism. You know he's Blade now. Mashallah.
yeah.
He's Blade now.
Damn, I think
Blade solves racism with Paolo piano.
So what do you like about Taxi Driver?
Oh, Taxi Driver, I really like his acting.
The
The main character.
Travis Bickle,
Yeah.
Robert De Niro.
And remember
Yeah,
that?
it's like
It's
no, not that version. The Korean one.
The Korean.
Oh,
I don't
There's
know.
a Korean version of Taxi Driver you're talking about.
Yeah.
What? Why are you blowing my mind today, man? What the
You don't
fuck
know
is
that? I thought
going
that you guys would know, man.
Taxi Driver Korean, yeah.
You guys don't know.
Wait, why are you giving me
I was talking about the 1976 film.
96% of Rotten Tomatoes, man? Thanks, man.
Wow,
You giving me some good
movie.
movies to watch, man. Shit it.
I watched Taxi Driver for like
Okay.
the 10th time, I think.
It's called
Yeah,
Other
that's
Experiment.
Did you watch Old Boy?
No.
Old Boy.
We
it's
should
a
check out
really
Old
good
Boy.
Korean
You
Yeah.
like Korean movies.
Oh.
But it's very like
Yeah.
dark.
Oh, yeah.
You like dark stuff? Or you're not into dark stuff?
I like you.
You like dark stuff. It's quite dark. It was based on an anime, manga. but then it's very, very different from the manga.
Oh, yeah?
Basically, the story is a guy gets kidnapped and put into a room for 10 years,
10
and he
years.
gets released.
No reason.
No reason.
He doesn't know why he gets locked.
He doesn't know why he's locked. He doesn't know why he's taken out. So he gets mad. He has to connect the pieces of the puzzle. No. So he finally gets a call one day. He says, "No, you should." No.
Tell me all the stories.
I was quiet, but
Damn.
this is a good one. This is a good thing. This will keep you hooked.
Alright.
He says, "You shouldn't be asking why I locked you up for 10 years, but you should be asking why I let you out." So then the story unfolds.
Oh, okay.
There's the American version too, but it's shit.
Alright,
But
so
you get to see Emily Olsen's boobs, which is the best part.
Josh Brolin emo.
Just for Thanos and Scarlet Witch getting it on, man.
Oh.
Okay, anyways, so any movie is Korean version is better. Don't watch the Hollywood.
Yeah. What's the Korean?
So in the room he learns things, but he only watches TV and that's his only source of like the outside world.
Oh,
So he learns how to shadow box to get fit and everything. That's actually it. It has apparently the best action scene in Korean film
And
history.
the corridor fight.
The corridor fight.
Okay, I gotta watch this then.
Check out Old Boy, pretty good. When I was in college, I met this Venezuelan friend. Shout out to David. He gave me 3 movies. That was my favorite movies. He said, watch Old Boy, very good. Watch Scott Pilgrim vs. World, very good. And watch another one I forgot, not that great. But these 2 movies were my favorite. And then I went down a rabbit hole and I watched all of them. Old Boy is a character. Park Chan-wook.
Master.
He made Sympathy for Lady Vengeance. He made Handmaid's Tale. That guy.
Handmaid's Tale.
Handmaid's Tale.
Memoirs of a Murder.
Memories of Murder. That's Bong.
Bong Joon-ho.
Bong Joon-ho did.
They shot in the same
Guess what?
cast and all.
Guess what? Bong Joon-ho. After the movie came out, they actually caught the killer.
No.
They actually caught the killer. It came a new documentary. It's so crazy how they caught him. Also, you should check it out. And he 80K killer shaker American. Do you watch Mindhunters? Do you watch Mindhunters?
I watched.
Huh? It's really good. It's a show about how people discover the term serial killer. So like this show they follow, like it's about 2 FBI agents. So they go around teaching other police academies of how to spot these killers, no? And then they come up with like a thesis, no? They call them serial killers, but so they say what's the difference between a normal killer and a serial killer? A serial killer has a pattern. Usually he's a man with mommy issues. So then they find out like how serial killers.
Mommy issues.
And
It's
seven
usually-
directly.
it's always mommy issues.
Oh yeah.
If you have mommy issues, most likely you'll become like a crazy guy. And if you have daddy issues, more girl, you'll most likely become like the thing. You're very old guy
Okay.
because you're always looking for that father love which you never got. It's all about like psychological stuff.
Yeah.
And you mean 7 year director emo.
Yeah, David Fincher.
Did you watch 7?
7?
Yeah. It's a
No,
murder
this is the
mystery.
problem with me, man. I say I watch movies, but then, like I said, like I only like watch movies that I
You
really like
talk about
over and
some
over and
movies
over
you
and
watch.
over again.
Seven's on Netflix. You can watch it. It's
Yeah.
pretty good. It's about a serial killer who kills people in the based on the 7 deadly sins.
Yeah.
Gluttony, envy, greed.
And he makes like damn pretty like victim corpses. Like it was like gluttony is a fat guy, stomach's all out, but then it's like made like he puts like the guts in certain way, it looks pretty, It's fucked up, yeah. It's kind of it's very interesting. And see, 7 girls, you should watch Hannibal, man. Hannibal. Hannibal series. Show is good. Show is really good.
Wait, I think I watched Hannibal's.
Hannibal. Yeah.
Hannibal.
It's about Hannibal Lecter.
Okay.
You know
I
Hannibal?
don't remember.
Have you watched? Have you heard the movie Silence of the Lambs?
No.
Never heard of the movie. Wow. Chitaigus. Clarice, I ate his bladder with some fava beans.
He's a very intelligent man, but he's a cannibal. He likes eating people.
Wait.
So he's locked up, and there's a woman, she's an investigator, and there's another murder that's happening, so she goes to him for advice, like
How does the killer think?
I won't watch that. No.
And the part 1 share, and Silence of the Lambs is actually a sequel to Red Dragon. Red Dragon is the first one. Yeah.
So anime love though?
Anime is the same
Give
thing,
me
bro.
your top 3 anime.
I would like
top 3
say
anime.
Naruto.
Mm.
Like
OG.
OG. Naruto and Jujutsu Kaisen.
Jujutsu Kaisen.
I
I didn't
You
watch
recently
it.
watched. Yeah.
The English version is called what? English language.
English is it?
Jujutsu Kaisen is the English term, I'm saying. There's no English term for the show? No? Okay.
Jujutsu Kaisen is it?
Jujutsu means just sing there. Jutsu. Kaisen. I don't know what Kaisen means. Okay, next one.
Then I'd say Demon Slayer, but I gotta be honest, like I didn't really like Demon Slayer that much.
So when you're doing that research again,
Yeah.
What do we watching most of the time?
Naruto, man.
Naruto, yeah.
Yeah, over and over.
Naruto has very
Naruto.
spiritual
Yeah.
thing, no?
No, it gives you that like motivation, like
Yeah.
you can do this. Like,
Doesn't
you know,
fun.
yeah.
I really prefer Naruto him Chunko Deodara.
That's silly. That's why I don't like new anime because shonen, it's all the same formula, no? Demon
Yeah.
Slayer, what is it? Boku no
Yeah.
Hero Academy. They all
And
follow
it's-
the same pattern.
Yeah, there's like
Where you follow the young underdog hero and the ragtag group becomes the top. It's the same formula.
yeah.
But Naruto, like me also, I love Naruto.
Let me see.
But my OG is still Dragon Ball.
How could I forget Dragon Ball?
Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball Z is the only anime which sounds better in English, man.
Yeah, that's true.
It sounds so shit in Japanese. Goku Ikegoiga. Horrible.
Yeah, true.
Horrible. Fucking voice acting.
Him Chunko Deodara and find out on the next episode of
Dragon Ball Z.
Then you find the seasons.
Hello there, Kakarot. I will kill you now easily, but before that, you must know my backstory in about 5 episodes. No, Frieza!
Stop you.
I was a young boy. You didn't invite me to my birthday party. No. I mean, we more Dragon Balls. That's the fucked up part. And every day you'll watch 30 minutes. You'll wait the whole day. You'll watch more and then find out like fuck you. The next day.
And then there's like where like you have if you have siblings,
Yeah.
then if you have a sister, then she would want to watch like. Cause what did
Wings Club.
Yeah, Wings Club, man.
We still back to
Always I say Wings Club, man.
Oh,
Yeah, Wings Club. 남창가 스쿠디 못해.
Wings Club.
Episode Wings Club.
Ons hoort dan. Hardest love with the Beyblade tong Wings Club.
Oh, Beyblade, bro.
Beyblade, man. Oh, I love
Yeah.
Beyblade. I love Beyblade.
I used to like buy a lot of toys.
I used to believe when I was a kid. I used to believe. I thought really hard that the spirit will come.
Oh, then you'd like
Damn.
would you go like train yourself like chicken jobbing?
Of course, man.
Tyson style jump.
I think I mentioned this in the old podcast, but then there was a Hindi version, no? The Beyblade.
Beyblade Hindi word?
Yeah, there was it used to come in Hindi for some fucked up reason.
Man.
So they'll be like 3, 2, 1, let it rip, no? But the Hindi version was Din Do Ek Beyblade Ho Gaya! My Hindi is so bad, but I still remember that. I was like, what the fuck is this shit, man?
Ho gaya!
Beyblade Ho Gaya!
Oh wait, that shit is funny.
Used to get a sniper launcher now.
Oh yeah,
Sniper
oh
launcher.
man. If you have that like that, then
You're the coolest
yeah,
kid.
you're the coolest
You're
kid.
gonna skid in the class, man.
Yeah.
And it was long as a ripper. Fuck you up, man.
Yeah. And then when you got there, you beat the you'd act tough though.
The thing, like, after some time, why I lost interest was then the babies got a little smaller and more
yeah.
acting, no. But then in town, people said that once the Khatra blade, no.
Oh yeah,
The sparks,
yeah, the spark.
The fuck up any Beyblade in this thing, man. More time on it.
And then we don't even move it.
This is so heavy now.
Yeah.
But I'm like, how did they sell this shit to kids, man? This is a fucking, you can kill people, man.
It used to be really heavy as well.
Yeah.
And the sparks, man. But yeah, exciting day, like spark thing.
I used to play it in the thing, walk.
Not really,
Not walk, man. Walk there,
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but I was very young. I still remember. I think I was like 10, 11, 12 years.
Memories, bro, memories. What about Digimon? Did you guys?
Digimon is good.
First
But the
two
moment is the
seasons,
watered
first two
down
seasons.
Pokemon I found.
Oh, Pokemon, man. OG, Pokemon is OG.
I wanna
Pokemon.
be the very best. No one ever would.
Guess what? Last night, guess this Pokemon's now.
Who's that?
Oh yeah. Who's that?
Machamp! No, it's Pikachu! Fuck you!
Pokérap have voice now. It's Onyx, he was in love.
Oh yeah.
Oh, And Team Rocket, man. Team Rocket was the bay, man. Thing.
Oh, Team Rocket.
To
Yeah.
protect, to unite
All people from
from our nation, for truth and to save the world from truth and love. It's just long enough. Jesse James.
And
Meowth.
yeah.
Jesse James. Team Rockets blast off in the speed of light. It's not. Surrender now. Prepare to fight. Meowth. That's right.
Oh yeah.
Meowth.
Oh yeah, and last anime.
Oh, yeah. Pokemon
Yeah,
also
that's what-
sounds better in English. In
Yeah.
Japanese, it's shit.
Yeah, I met.
Meowth, what is this?
Oh, Ninja Hattori is Tiger Ninja Hattori.
Hindi na woman na.
Ninja Hattori. Oh, Ninja Hattori was in Hindi, no?
English na this.
Mga mata.
Ninja Mata.
Mata.
Ninja Hattori.
Nickelodeon the golden age channel mate. Tiga check.
Nickelodeon में any guys नहीं थे bro. नहीं. SpongeBob man.
Oh, it's still good.
Still good.
SpongeBob
Still
last
good.
SpongeBob. Okay, I'll tell you something which you guys might know.
SpongeBob.
It's very good in
That's
Nickelodeon.
gonna be good.
Hey Arnold. Hey Arnold.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
that was a good show, man.
Yeah man.
Hey Arnold.
Yeah, SpongeBob
Yeah.
laughed try begin machine.
Oh, okay.
Now these progressive people made SpongeBob gay. Now they confirmed. He's gay now.
What the?
Wait, Gagas.
Huh? SpongeBob is gay.
He's a sponge, Gagas.
That's why I say that these fuckers made him, progressive.
So he's gay now?
Now he's gay.
Damn.
He's gay.
So what, like
I
every
think-
cartoon is like all the main characters are going to be gay now, slowly.
No, it's just SpongeBob is gay.
Oh no, Ash is also gay. No. That's why he stays with Pichu.
Yeah, bestiality. Mama is
Yeah.
boom halam si gamat boom jang gam theo each season boom jang.
Ash, yeah. Misty was a favorite.
Brock the jar jang.
Brock.
Oh, Brock.
No, those big women. He's born. But then I only liked the first season of Pokemon because in my head, no, I always thought there's only 150 Pokemon. More than that doesn't exist. But then the show became popular. The toys, merchandise. They said, why stop 150 when you can make 1,000 more Pokemon and make more money? Then the show diverted to appease to that toy. So that's why in my head, I don't believe in any Pokemon other than the 100 original 150.
Johto legend me, Johto Pokemon very good. Up until any Sinnoh region, Trico, and the Super.
I only watched when he went to the Pokemon League once. Pong Pong Win.
You didn't play the games on it, that's
Hey,
why.
no, I didn't play the games. I didn't play the games.
Games are the guy.
I'm talking about the show, man. I don't give a fuck about the games.
Oh, you didn't play the game, quit me shit.
Oh, you didn't play Pokemon?
You have no
I was
right.
never into it. I played Pocket Mortis, no, damn fun game. Pocket Mortis thing.
3 months it's in.
Wasn't good.
Oh yeah. I can't believe you
I
didn't play
never played.
Pokemon. Really?
I always had a Game Boy, but I always had that cartridge with like 25 games in one.
Oh yeah. Sure, I can't.
The dirt bike.
Oh yeah.
Tank game, yeah.
My mom used to always tell me, like when she bought Game Boy, kasi game chinyani when you can buy 151 games in one. I was like, what? Fuck Pokemon, man. I'm playing this.
Yeah, man.
Charles got Pokemon to the Harry Potter. I'm playing 5 different games right now at this moment. I still remember my Game Boy. It was a translucent one, and it see-through
Game Boy Color didn't it?
color. No.
After GX days, that
Then
aesthetic is very good. Flip Game Boy
Yeah,
Advance.
SP.
SP.
Yeah, advanced. SP.
SPs were special more. Special more. But yeah, I was never into Pokemon.
Yeah.
Anyways, so we're going really far from deviation. I think we'll talk about a little bit about art career.
Yeah.
Let's talk about situation in India.
How's life, man?
Oh damn. Pretty good.
Pretty good, bro. Okay.
Lhaksam sings as well.
You
Can
sing?
you sing?
She sang with me last time.
Oh yeah. It was like I have a karaoke voice.
Oh,
It's not like voice, but then like I sing.
I just a German.
It's like
No, so shout out to
Karaoke
Junor who's trying to. I don't know when this episode will come out, but they're trying to win. You do
Shangreela.
oh yeah, the video.
So there's a new OTT platform called Shangreela. So we entered a music video competition. So if you win, we might get around 2 lakhs. So
Okay.
please watch our video or try to stream it. Thank you.
I'm gonna add this up here, and then to name it was a card in that thing that pops up now. And so to what are they? YouTube now.
No, a title card.
Title cards. You suggest. The last time I didn't see was when you guys were mentioning Lotus. It came on the side. Now you can click it, you watch it instantly.
Are you into modern day superhero movies like Marvel? That
Oh yeah, of course, man.
No.
Yeah.
Have you? I don't think you watched The Boys. There's a show called The Boys. Are you familiar with it?
No.
Oh, okay. So there's a good show. Just finished season 3. It's about if superheroes existed in real life and if they were celebrities and they're all assholes.
Oh damn. That would be good.
So
Yeah.
imagine if Superman was evil.
Any movie should have taken
Like, what's this movie called?
Bad. It wasn't.
Red.
Vegetable, yeah.
Red Sun, eh? What?
That's it.
There's a movie.
But it was
Superman.
like
evil
but then
Superman.
if, like if Superman was evil.
Injustice, remember the Superman?
That's it.
Yeah.
In that movie, Superman for Kansas.
Hey, he lands in Russia.
No, he lands
No.
in Kansas.
Oh.
But imagine if the Omen Tiger, where the kid is possessed by the demon. But imagine now he's Superman.
Yeah, it's really like.
But
then it's
cartoon,
fun.
it's animated.
No.
It's real.
Oh, you should watch the movie, man. It's pretty good. Eagles Superman. Hey, Brightburn.
Oh yeah.
Brightburn.
Brightburn.
Okay, note that down. Brightburn. So he superpowers for what? He's alien, no?
He's-
Basically, he's a fucked up kid. He just wants to kill people.
He crushes like.
Love.
Crushes like and bunchi like a bully. Like he crushes her.
The best
Yes,
Superman inspired hero I love is Mega Man, Metro Man.
Metro Man. You know Metro Man is so strong. He's so strong. They did a comparison, no? Homelander from The Boys, so he's the evil Superman. Omni-Man versus Metro Man. Metro Man is the fucking killer man. Do you know what?
Metro Man.
Did you watch Mega Man?
Oh sorry.
Did you watch Mega Man? So he fakes his death, no?
Yeah.
So basically in 1 second, he
did
just
everything.
goes and reads a book
Yeah.
for 10 hours. And shit, I've never seen more.
Oh yeah, he goes to the park.
Oh.
Looks around.
Music Man. That's when Music Man was born.
Quando acaba no janeiro, pequeno notes Scarves, man.
Quick off. And there's a camera shot. Quick off, jump to.
Oh, until there's like
My favorite part of Mega Man was when these two started insulting each other. Like, I will get revenge. It's revenge, and it's a dish best served cold. But it can be easily reheated in the microwave of evil. That's my favorite.
Underrated theme in Mega Man. It should have
No,
done pretty well.
Mega Mind is the superior Despicable Me. Because Despicable Me same modern, but the villain was good teach, remember?
Oh yeah, if the
Minions hype Toimbo, did you see?
Huh?
Minions movie sub the
Dude,
There's a hype.
There's a
Yeah,
new
there's a
one.
hype now.
Hype?
Yeah, memes matter.
I didn't see any memes.
There's a TikTok hype there. Everyone's wearing suits from high school. Adults suit game minions get to get those kids up.
Yeah.
Box office they beat many films there. Because of that meme.
There's a meme, yeah.
Mingi.
Yeah, okay. I just need to
Yeah,
research
suit
that.
game में
I
जो
need to
होता है.
research that.
Theater.
I need to show what is it? Morbius ki meme taiga.
It's Morbin.
It's Morbin time. So there's a movie called Morbius. It's like Spider-Man character about a guy who becomes like a vampire in modern day. So it's a very shitty movie. But the people started making memes. So he becomes a vampire now. So then they added dubs like, I'm starting to morb. It's Morbin time. And they added crowd reaction. Then it became such a meme, and so the Sony they thought, wow, meme culture doom, we're gonna re-release it. No.
Yeah.
So they re-released it again. They failed.
It's one of the movies of all time.
That just doesn't work later.
It's one of the movies of all time.
It's one of the movies of all time.
Comment on this.
So they wanted to try to. So they didn't get the joke somehow. The Sony they tried to they tried to capitalize, but then it was a flop 2 times. But I don't know what they would do. They're trying to connect the Spider-Man villains to make a movie,
Oh yeah.
It's, Sinister Six.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Why is Jamang in an underwear?
So, we'll show this at the end when the whole thing's done. So if you guys are wondering, we ask
How
them.
Jamyang is behind the cameras is like this right
Like, your sketch reminds me of him, like Mad Comics, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh man, I used to love that shit.
Freckles in me.
Yeah.
It reminds me of that kid's Mad Comics game.
Mad Comics. Mad TV tanya.
Spy vs.
Oh,
Spy
Mad
is a
TV,
series,
yeah.
Jim.
Yeah. So Mad TV was like a little bit more like a raunchy version of like Saturday Night Live. They had more funny and racist jokes. Key and Queen Pie, what
Yeah.
they were in there. And Spy vs. Spy, it was a good show.
King is the third name.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Train people.
Really fun.
Quite a lot of King of the rip-off team.
Yeah.
No. Me and Kinley, we were writing for the art series. So we were brainstorming ideas. So few inspirations from Key and Peele, few inspirations from Monty Python and last year. Then we ripped off Monty Python. That shot also there when he was running. I won't say ripped off. We paid homage. So have you watched our show by the way?
Yeah.
You know. So have you seen the first episode about Palace?
Oh yeah.
So it's actually based on Key and Peele episode where it was snapback. First the guy I think Key Peele has a nice snapback. So so he keeps getting elevated the snapback.
Oh so yeah, okay,
So
that's
I told
why.
him, I said, Clay, that's a really good sketch. How about we do that, but we Bhutanize it. So how can we Bhutan? He said, oh, how about we do a phallus? And it keeps getting bigger. I was like, yeah, write that down.
I'm gonna write that down.
Write that shit down. Write that shit down.
Struggle, man.
Yes, literally I said, write that shit down. Even like office sketch day, we were just talking. He said, well, imagine if we come to office and then bureaucracy takes so long. No? And then last time too much. Write that shit down.
Write that shit down.
We have another idea which we haven't done yet. But
Satya. What are you gonna do? What are you guys gonna do?
something about Bhutan standard time, no?
Oh.
So the Bhutanese are always late, no? So something
I
about
think
Oh yeah. You
Lhaksam
should
is
do
into comedy as well. She's doctor. I think you like comedies, man.
I do. I really do love
You
comedy.
do stand-up comedy or what kind of
Jim Carrey was like
OG,
my-
no?
Yeah, he's like the OG, bro.
in living
Still is.
colors? You
Bruce Almighty.
Yeah.
Oh, this.
Oh
I'm good. I need it.
Oh, he's like oh.
When he brings the moon closer, no. But that's a
I need-
throwback to an old movie.
You want the moon? Alas.
That's enough. I guess you were. He literally brings the moon up and adds stars to make his girlfriend more. Like,
Yeah.
oh, it's so big and nice. No. Next morning he turns on TV. A tsunami in Japan hits and kills hundreds.
He just like
But any effect don't tsunami moon.
I think it's something to do with the moon.
No. Get you now.
Gravity you want like
force.
come
Gravitation.
waves.
the wave
Yes,
you
bro.
Speaking of which, if you want to know what means, you should watch Goedra Bew episode what 5?
6.
6.
Yeah.
The final episode, you know.
Yeah, it's
The
coming
final
up.
episode, the season finale.
Yep, we're gonna submit it to someone tomorrow.
No, the season finale is coming
Tomorrow?
Then finally get paid, man.
You can finally get paid. Thank
So I
you.
can pay rent.
So you can finally quit this job. So now more finally. It's been a year of Goedra Bew Ein. Shit, man. And I was leaving to Australia.
I'm gonna miss you guys, man.
Who
Goa
called you?
Jodha. Goa Jodha.
Goa?
Yeah, man.
To
Sure.
Bad.
Goa's a sick place.
We'll see.
Yeah.
I
You've been to
heard.
Goa?
Yeah.
It's like a party place, no?
Yeah. Well, you should know where to like go.
Go.
No.
Like, if you
In
if
Goa.
you don't know, yeah. There's some beaches where they're like so dry, like
Mm.
nothing's happening, and you just aluchu family.
Mm.
But if you really know, like, any beach, Saujin, then there's like a lot of things happening.
I go to touch
So you guys still last week?
It's very nice.
Yeah, man.
You guys should.
I'll just quit my job, man. Let's go for it. You
Fuck
only,
this.
you only live once, man. No, YOLO, man. Drake, man. He's changed my life.
So where do you buy your art supplies?
I get it from India.
You know,
Hmm?
I really like Anisi.
Right.
Mid pencil again. The thin lines, I know, the one
Mhm.
he's using here.
I got this from you.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
really like the thin lines.
The
And
pencil,
it's
man.
really good, but the thin
Yeah,
lines.
yeah,
make it a-
yeah.
So pencil
you, you can refill again and again.
Yeah.
So actually, this is more eco-friendly, man. But then again, yeah, this is more eco-friendly because you don't have to keep trees. You know?
Yeah.
I wish I continued drawing, man. I will pick it up now. Man. That's
Yeah, sure, man. Like, it's not about
But
like,
the multiple arts focus people
yeah.
the creative block of the otherwise.
Right.
It's so true.
Great.
Oh, do you get creative block?
I do.
What to draw a little bit.
Yeah. Then I just like
The
don't.
chair,
draw.
when you write rhymes, you should be getting writer's block also. मैं हूँ बोलते. Even when I write all the stupid videos, I need a block on it.
Yeah.
I
it
think
happens.
it affects everyone.
Yeah. It's
But
like,
I see him the inspiration, such moves on the table, man. All by himself, sketchbook, beard, sketch.
Shit, what a hipster, man. Shit, man.
arigato, thank you.
Oh, yeah, okay, back to some religious questions.
Alright.
Something which is a faux pas, at least for me, pet peeve chidi. Also, do you believe in reincarnation?
I do.
Do you believe?
Yeah.
No. So,
I do.
when people say YOLO in Bhutan, I don't think that works. You don't actually live only once.
You only
Oh yeah.
No.
accountancy on this.
But I would take this as like, I don't know. It's a belief that we believe that human being it's like
Rare.
It's
Yeah.
very rare, man.
No.
so it's basically saying you live only like the human.
Oh, new Drake, man, philosopher, man.
And the six realms.
That's
came
how I
from-
see it. Yeah.
So let's say if you were a statistician, the odds of us dying right now, and my next life being a human, what are the odds?
I would
Based
say,
on your karma, then
yeah, based on your karma
the
and like,
karma you've collected.
Nagarjuna book where he talks about like how hard it is to get a human
Yeah, man.
life.
I mean,
Yeah, so I would say like On a scale
You
to
can be
1 to
born
10.
in any of the 6 realms, but
Let's say 5, 5 more.
5 yes.
50-50.
50% chance to
Yeah.
be born in the human realm.
Yeah.
So how many realms are there?
Six
Six realms.
Six
Six
realms,
realms,
yeah. 6
how
realms.
how many nabe?
Jotunheim, Asgard.
Asgard.
Yeah.
Because هذا الهامندي they live a better life than humans,
Mm.
but they can't practice Dharma because they're constantly in war with it. There's like a huge ass tree.
Okay.
The fruit this garayal this is all. They only get the new fruits. So they fight for that tree there. So they can't practice Dharma in that realm.
Yeah.
Ani,
Same thing with the Mapal Masu.
what do you call that? So this what? So you can be born, you can be reborn in any of these realms. You know?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah. And
one is that realm, or what's the other realm?
There's 2 realms that هذا الهامندي. God, the demigod. They're always in war.
Magic realm.
What's the human realm?
Samsara is actually which one?
We're all
Like,
in
we're
samsara.
all-
We're all the 6 realms is in samsara.
All the 6
To
realms.
attain enlightenment is to escape the circle then.
Break the wheel.
Oh, to break the wheel.
Do you think a Targaryen?
Or did you watch Game of Thrones?
Game of Thrones. I wanted to watch it like
Never watched it?
No, I it's like purposely like क्या सोचू इसमें से then I
It's
watch
all
it.
out there. You can watch
Yeah.
it.
Then
But
last
then
season
last
means we
time-
love
Yeah,
the
me this again like how it.
No.
The last season
No.
spoils it all. Like Del Del.
It doesn't.
Shit, man.
I won't say it spoils it all,
Yeah.
but it does spoil that specific, like the thing is, if you watch Game of Thrones when it came out more,
Yeah.
there's always theories like how it would end.
Oh yeah.
And everyone's expectation was crazy. Some
And
people
then
see it was crazy. So how it ended was so underwhelming. Then it was like if you met like this is the girl, she's super hot, she's 10, she's got boobs, she's known to be a freak in the sheets, and then you go there and she's just like, oh, what the fuck is that? It's like it's like that. You built it up so much.
Oh yeah.
That how you imagine it to beyond your delivery. So answer me ask no. But until last season, sensei, it just keeps getting better, man.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Come on, man.
Okay, then I'll watch.
The twists and turns.
My bad, Brodies. And my ultimate.
Like ultimate.
Anime is supposed to be like this.
No, but I think that time when we were doing the sound test, it sounded
But
fine.
it's sound back.
Oh, but this is just for the airmen, and we're not really.
Yep, it's all only one direction. But how come?
Okay. Hopefully, we'll find out.
Come on, not gotta read up again.
Read up, no.
Read up.
Oh, dude, what's going on? This should be 8 hour baby no more. Do you know why?
Because if you shoot on location, there's lots of disturbances. Gari, Omalu. Even when we shot at the bar, not pigs, kitchen, thali, the suit, cooking.
Cooking?
They are cooking inside
Yeah,
the
okay.
kitchen.
So,
Said
in America,
So in America, they have a
were
space.
set. They were set.
They set.
They were set, or either they pay off
Isolated
everybody to
audio.
shut up.
Plus-
Even more.
Pause. Wait, the memory access not great.
Then the bye-bye, love you next.
And that's how the episode ended now. Abruptly.
It's one of the podcasts.
What am
No, but this will be in the thing there. We'll just add a black bar right now because audio is still going to be running right now.
Oh yeah.
Even more.
Yeah.
But then we'll just we'll just wait till the video comes back. Is it back?
It's one of the movies of
It's
all
one of
time.
the movies.
It's one of the podcasts of all time.
SciPod is one of the podcasts of all time.
So,
Islam Diga, what are we talking about? ADR.
Continue. ADR.
Okay, no. You forget
Thanos
it.
Gumchas.
We need to wrap it
1 hour
up.
might be 1 hour, maybe 10 minutes.
1 hour 10 minutes. I think we should wrap it up now. Upload's going to be quite an ordeal. No, but then again, it's Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi.
But I fucked up my monitor, man. It's going to take a little bit of time to upload this. Okay, let's have a final conversation, last bit, and then we'll wrap it up. Okay, what do you want to talk?
Mr. Tempey, he's joke.
Hey, he'll show the drawing then.
El Tenta.
Do you want me to show you the?
Okay, finally. Let's.
This is how Jamyang is
Zoom in.
behind the camera.
This is what Lhaksam's been doing this whole time. Look at the level of detail in the lip, man.
Jamyang right there. So if you guys are wondering
You're
how
not-
like Jamyang is
How you-
behind the cameras, he's like that, man.
This is how Jam's been looking the whole time when we were shooting.
Zoom out best thumbnail than
Kind of looks sus though. Kind of looks sus, don't you think?
Zoom thumb is Gandhi Zoom thumb is Salt Martin.
Look at that
He looks
evil
like
smile.
Gandhi.
And you were not generous on the bulge memo. Very accurate.
All right.
Okay. Okay, then I think this is like normal time. I think we could have talked for another hour. I think.
Yeah.
So
it's really good, man.
It was very enjoyable. Thanks, Lhaksam, for your time. Maybe we can bring you again in another.
Sure, man. I would love to come and talk about Pokemon.
So any messages?
Anything you want to plug?
Yeah.
Anything you want to say? Like, please check out
your
this
art
or
channel.
Yeah, please check out my art page
On Instagram?
And on Instagram it's called like Vidya Bhutan Arts.
Okay, we'll be in
And you
the
can also follow me on Instagram.
Okay.
Lhaksam Tempey Gyeltshen.
Okay. I'll put that
And,
links in the description. And then what else? Please check out for Junor and for Norla, Gatsor on Shangreela.
Oh, yeah.
They're trying to
They
win
have to
2
win.
lakhs. They're trying to win 2 lakhs. Okay, if they win 2 lakhs,
Please rent table, please.
they're going to take us for a picnic. So help me get that. And then please subscribe to the channel. We're still growing. We're still uploading podcasts. Gully, not regularly, but Gully.
It's one of the podcasts.
It's one of the podcasts of all time. And hopefully Kile will be back next week after he exercises his demons.
The demons.
Is that all? Yeah, man. Yeah, thanks. Okay, ciao.